Formal and informal organizations, mechanistic or organic. What do the following have in common? A church, a baseball team, a prison, a university, a jury, a group of friends, or even passengers on a bus. Come on, take a guess. They are all examples of an organization. Organizations have three characteristics: a purpose, a structure, and of course, people. Based on the examples I used earlier, you can tell that some organizations have a clearer purpose and structure than others. Those organizations are characterized by scholars Peter Blau and W. Richard Scott as formal organizations. In general, formal organizations have established rules and procedures. These rules and procedures help to create legitimacy for the organization. In order to enforce these rules and procedures, organizations may create myths, rituals, and stories that link members to one another and the common purpose. Organizations are established in order to achieve a particular purpose. The organization's purpose may be expressed in a mission statement or a set of goals. Formal organizations often have a hierarchy or a chain of command with responsibilities and accountability defined. Staff may be organized by function, for example, marketing, production, finance. There may also be some staff members who will have the responsibility to interact with the external environment. That environment may include customers, suppliers, potential customers, government agencies, and/or the media. To some extent, organizations have always existed, families, for example. However, with the onset of the Industrial Revolution, organizations became more formalized, more structured, and more standardized. Since we are discussing formal organizations, we could not conclude this discussion without mentioning that there are informal organizations as well. Informal organizations emerge within the formal for a variety of reasons. A common example would be staff may form connections with other staff based on interests, background, or even a shared frustration. As contrasted with formal organizations, informal organizations may be continually evolving as situations change. In that sense, they are dynamic. They do not typically possess a formal structure. Informal organizations may emerge as in-groups whose members are linked by express or implicit trust. The concept of groupthink is an example of what can happen within groups whose members may tend to agree with one another and reject the outsider's opinions. Mechanistic or organic. One way in which management scholars describe formal and informal organizations is the degree to which the organization is mechanistic or organic. Mechanistic organizations are characterized by extensive departmentalization, high formalization, a limited information network, and centralization of authority and decision-making. At their most extreme, mechanistic organizations have the following characteristics: tasks that are broken down into specialized discrete parts, rigid hierarchy of authority, information and knowledge that is centralized at the top of the organization. By comparison, organic organizations are less formalized. Rules are less rigid, if they even exist at all. In organic organizations, you may find that employees have a commitment to a common purpose shared by choice. Tasks are often accomplished by teams, including teams that are formed to get the job done rather than because they were prescribed. Knowledge and information may exist anywhere throughout the organization. Life cycles. Organizations go through life cycles. In general, organizations in their formation and infancy tend to be more organic. As they mature and grow, they tend to become more mechanistic. Scholars have identified several models of the organizational life cycle. Here is one based on a model developed by Lester, Parnell, Caraher, Adisis, and Grainer. Stage 1, the birth stage or entrepreneurial stage. Those launching the organization are focused on building a customer base, getting the word out, building a presence. The organization operates with the minimum of rules. In the words of Adisis, everything is permitted unless otherwise stated. In stage 2, survival is still an issue, as the organization seeks to secure the customer base that will allow it to grow, build a network, and further and develop its capabilities. Stage 3, maturity. Assuming the organization is successful in building a client base and securing an ongoing source of funding, the organization may move into a more mature stage. Some organizations are able to remain at this stage for some time, whereas others may find themselves become more bureaucratic. It is not unusual for organizations to become increasingly mechanistic. Stage 4, In some life cycle models, the next step is further bureaucracy. Rules may become more and more important. How things are done can be more important than what is done. Some organizations are able to shift to renewal, where they return to a less hierarchical, more organic stage in which creativity and flexibility are again more acceptable. Stage 5, decline. This stage unfortunately leads to the death of an organization. Staff are more focused on their own personal agendas and political agendas than success. At this stage, the organization is likely to be mechanistic, to the point that nothing is permitted unless stated.